Mogul Motivation, educating and empowering entrepreneurs 1 week at a time. Presented by True Stories Media. And I am your host, Antoine Twiz Taylor. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mogul Motivation. Welcome back. I'm happy that you are here. If this is your first time listening, this podcast is for the aspiring entrepreneur who is trying to get over that hump and make things happen. This podcast is for anybody with a dream that wants to aspire higher and accomplish that dream. So even though if you're not an entrepreneur, you could train your mind to think like an entrepreneur by listening to this podcast. I don't ask for any money. I do this out of pure passion. I only ask for two things. Number one, if you find anything beneficial in this episode or in this content, please pass it on to somebody else in your network, in your ecosystem that may benefit from it as well. And number two, please leave me a review. Let me know what you would like to hear in future episodes. Let me know what you love about the podcast. I used to run track in high school. It was my favorite sport. It was the sport I was most talented in. And I love the analogy of the 100-meter dash. They have fast and they have slow heats. And, if you were in a slow heat and if you were considerably faster than everybody else, you were going to win that race regardless. You can basically coast and you will be able to beat all of the competition in that heat, in that race. But if you were in the fast heat, if you were running with people who were faster than you, then you had to work harder, right? You might not win the race, but you had to work harder. You had to push yourself to your limits and even beyond your limits to finish that race. The results may be different. So if you were in the slow heat, and if you coasted, you may win, yes. But if you were in the fast heat and you were pushing yourself to your limit, you was putting everything you had into that race, you might not win the race. But the difference between two scenarios is your time in the fast heat will be a lot faster because you were working harder. You were pushing yourself to your limits. You was trying to overexert yourself so that you can have victory. Whereas in the first scenario, in the slow heat, you wasn't pushing yourself to the limits because you didn't have no pressure. You didn't have no worries. You were just coasting. You were just going through the motions. And even though you won in theory, you didn't really have a great time. You didn't really do the best to your ability. The 100-meter dash analogy translates into business, ladies and gentlemen. So whenever you're in the slow heat, whenever you're just coasting, whenever you're the smartest person in the room, whenever your business isn't really going to the next level, of course, things are going to be easy. Of course, things are going to be, they're going to appear as if everything is going all right. Surround yourself with adversity. It's not until you're trying to go to the next level and push yourself to new heights that you're going to experience hardship. That's what happens in entrepreneurship. Everything may seem easy right now because, you're just starting out. You haven't really challenged yourself. You haven't really stepped out of your comfort zone. If you're not good at sales, you're going to continue to just post your business on social media and sit back and wait for customers and clients to come to you. So everything is going to seem easy. It's going to seem laid back. Yeah, you're an entrepreneur. You can post your website. You can hand out your business cards, but you're not really doing anything. You're not pushing yourself. You're not trying to go to that next level because you're still in your comfort zone. You're comfortable. You're afraid to go to where you don't want to go to because that's where things really happen. It's not until you do things that you really don't like. Most entrepreneurs are introverts. So introverts don't like to talk to people. They don't like to network. They don't like to go outside the house. They want to just post their business on social media. They want to just post their website and just sit back and dream and hope that people are going to come to them and the floodgates are going to open. That's easy. You're in the slow heat right now, but you have to get in the fast heat. You have to get into that adversity, get into the turmoil. You have to turn the pressure up on yourself if you want your business to expand and grow. So if you're an introvert, if you're afraid of sales, if you're afraid of talking to people, you got to go out there. You have to put yourself in those networking events. You have to go by yourself. You have to go up to people with confidence and tell them who you are and what you do and what your business is. You have to make sales. You can't just post your website and post things on social media. Word of mouth is strong, but you can't rely on word of mouth 100%. You have to put yourself out there. You have to sell yourself and sell your business. You have to if you want to grow, if you want to make more money. You have to step out of your comfort zone, ladies and gentlemen. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. Developing marketing plans is going to be hard. Developing financial plans is going to be hard. Trying to figure out ways to grow your business and make more connections is going to be hard, but you have to endure that hardship. Every day is a battle in entrepreneurship. Every single day. When you're a business owner, when you're a business leader, business executive, it doesn't matter what stage you're at right now in your career. Every single day is a battle, and you have to endure hardship as a good soldier. You have to go out there every single day and put yourself voluntarily into the fire if you truly want to elevate. Because nothing good is going to come back from being comfortable. And that's why most people do not excel. That's why most people do not succeed, because they want to remain comfortable. They're afraid of being uncomfortable. They're afraid of getting burned a little. You cannot be afraid, ladies and gentlemen. You have to put yourself out there and you have to endure that hardship. That's just a fact. Because, see, when you are in business for yourself, nobody is going to root for your business. Nobody is going to drive your business more than you. You are in the driver's seat. And your business is only going to go as far as you take it. And yes, you're going to get told no a lot of times. You're going to get laughed at. You go out there for a business loan, you try to fundraise, you try to tell people about your vision. People are going to laugh at you. They're going to call you crazy. They're going to think all types of things about you. They're going to call you everything but a child of God. And it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt your feelings. It's going to make you doubt yourself. It's going to make you second guess what you're doing. But it's okay, because that means that you're doing something worth doing, because that means you're doing something that matters. The greatest, Muhammad Ali, he said he doesn't count his sit-ups. He only starts counting his sit-ups when it starts hurting, because those are the sit-ups that count. So when things start to hurt, when you're starting to get frustrated, when you're starting to get angry, when your feelings are bruised, when you're second guessing yourself, that means you're doing something that counts, because now you're invested. Now you're invested into your business. Now it's just not a hobby. It's just not an idea. You're invested into this now. So now that you put this energy into it, it's starting to count. And that's why you have to continue to push through, because you're already hurting. Your ego is already bruised. You already shed tears. You already lost money. You might as well get a reward from it now. You have to endure hardship. You have to keep going in entrepreneurship and in your career. It's the only way. Without no hardship, you have no reward. That 100-meter dash, if you're pushing yourself, you're running, and you finally win, you get the gold medal. You're not going to get the gold medal just by coasting. Usain Bolt, the fastest man in the world, you think he got there just out of nowhere? He just showed up and became the fastest man in the world? We don't see the years and years and years of training that he went through to become the fastest man in the world. We don't see all the training Muhammad Ali went through to become the greatest. All we see is their end result, and all we see is their confidence. But we don't see everything behind the curtain. Everything you're doing right now is behind the curtain. All the hardship you're enduring right now is behind the curtain. And soon, you're going to step into the limelight on the stage. Soon, we're going to see the millions of dollars that your business is generating yearly. Soon, we're going to see all the goals that you set for yourself and that you accomplish. But we're not going to see the hardship, only you. And you're the only person who needs to see the hardship. You're the only person who needs to endure the hardship. So I'm telling you today, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what's going on in your entrepreneurial career, your business career, whatever it is, continue to make yourself uncomfortable. Continue to push yourself to that limit so that you can get a better time, so that you can get better results. Don't just coast. Don't settle for the slow heat. Put yourself in the fast heat with the big boys, with all the pressure, so that you can really win. And when you win, victory will be much more meaningful. So let's continue to work. Let's continue to imagine reality and continue to endure hardship. Hardship molds great businessmen and great businesswomen. Never forget that. Have a great day. I'll talk to you next week.